this person said that they're purchasing a self-serve laundromat right now, and they're asking, is there a way? And I know there's a way because I've heard this model, but put it out to you too, your thoughts on it. So a way to partner with a business and have their employees use your laundromat for their business laundry after hours self-serve. So you market your laundromat, their employee washes their items, but on a larger scale, like overnight, if you're not a 24-hour, using your machines. Do either of you, Randy, I'm thinking you probably don't because of the facility, but do either of you allow that?
So what I'll jump in first and say, we do not allow people to come in overnight while we're closed, but we have people that come in to take care of their businesses on their own in a self-service capacity. What I will
Okay.
tell you is some of those people may be working from, what some people may view as a competitor of ours in the industry that perform wash, dry, fold services. So you're probably not fully aware of those in all instances.
Yeah.
But they're just customers that come in and bring larger volumes of more.
You have nice customers, Randy. Mine always come in and ask for a discount.
Well, what I'll say is we would not give them that.
Yeah, I can tell that.
Yeah, the way we measure the business and we pay, so the wash, dry, fold business that we run pays the laundromat the full fee. So why would we do it any different for anybody else coming into it? And that's how we measure the business units separately.
So you may recall I'm not in the residential pickup and delivery. So this is an interesting opportunity for us, okay? Because we're not theoretically competing with anybody else there that's offering home pickup and delivery. So we've had a few of them approach us over the years. I wish I could tell you that we've had some home runs, but we haven't. These are usually startups that are looking at getting in the business or whatever, and they're trying to decide if they can get the critical mass to eventually go off and do it on their own. And so we've had those discussions where they can come and use our facilities during the daytime, if they, not the whole facility, but use it like any other customer. And we haven't had a problem yet where we've been maxed out on availability of equipment or whatever. But we've had discussions with them. Hey, look, if you grow your business to the point where you want to come in and work in our store in the middle of the night or whatever, we could certainly entertain doing that. The one point I would like to mention is if you're going to do that, you need to talk to your insurer, whoever you use for insurance, and make sure that your insurance is going to cover you if you do that in the middle of the night. And we've actually done that with one of our own laundries where we do a fair amount of linen work, for example, where we now do most of that at night. So it's our own staff with our own crew where we're utilizing our equipment at nighttime just to do that sort of work where we're not competing with our customers during the daytime for regular self-service. I wouldn't put that in the pro forma though. If you're looking to buy a laundry, I would not. I don't know, Randy, what do you think? I would not bet on that. Those opportunities are far and few between. Maybe if you promoted your business that way, you might be able to find more. But I'm not. I would not probably put that in the pro forma to start out.
So yeah, I agree with that. I would say we're not looking to have people do that if we're opportunistic though. So we're not going out and soliciting that business as a separate, line item within the business. If it were to come to us,
Right.
just like all the other things, we will be opportunistic in it and take a good hard look at it. We eventually, we will outgrow the current one, and somebody can have their own laundromat dream in the not so distant future in that facility. And if they choose,
we have another friend in the business, Mark Vlaskamp, with the Fold, which is now Laundry to You, and that was how they started out. They started out where they did nothing but rent out somebody else's laundromat at night and did that, and they got to be so successful that logistically, we're talking about logistics, they didn't have space to keep all the laundry, so they rented out the space next door to the laundromat, which was not theirs, just to store all their stuff until they could fold it at night in the middle of the night, and then I think they eventually did buy the whole laundromat. But they went through several progressions. So it's not a bad thought. I personally wouldn't put it in a pro forma starting out. I wouldn't bank on it.
Mark Vlaskamp, I would consider a friend, and he was my first person I spoke with when I wanted to get into business. I made a trip to see him in his facility to learn as much as I could. And, I still consider him, I use him in a mentorship fashion currently, just a brilliant mind in the industry.